Mysterious visions, unexplained interventions, twists of fate that positively change an outcome of a human life. Some might call these miracles. And what you're about to see is one of these amazing stories.
I was walking home from school on a cold winter day.
The song Angels Among Us, performed by the renowned group Alabama, is a moving tribute to the power of miracles. But the story behind the writing of this song is a miracle in itself. Songwriter Becky Hobbs had composed hits for stars like Conway Twitty, Emmylou Harris, and Glen Campbell. In 1994, Cashbox magazine named her Independent Country Music Female Artist of the Year. Her biggest dream came true when Alabama took Angels Among Us to the top of the charts for over a year. But that dream began with a nightmare.
I started having premonitions that I was going to be in a bad vehicle accident. And this would happen to me shortly before I'd fall asleep. You know, when you lay down and you're getting ready to go to sleep and you're sort of drifting into a dream, I'd sit up in bed and I'd be sweating, my heart would be pounding, and I would have a feeling of despair.
Becky didn't realize that her nightmare was just the first of two powerful premonitions. The second would occur a few weeks later while preparing a cake for her birthday.
I was stirring the batter and something took a hold of my elbow and pulled me out through my hallway out into my front yard. It was a feeling like, you don't question this. You go out in your front yard. I knew there was something I needed to know. I didn't hear a voice at that point, and there was his force, and I followed it. And I just went, what are you trying to tell me? This loud masculine voice said, this may be your last birthday. And I'm thinking, may. The key word is may. This may be your last birthday. This is something I can prevent if I'm careful.
Becky didn't have to wait long to act on her instinct. Her premonitions came true the very next day as she and her band returned to Nashville from a benefit concert.
We were stopped at a four-way intersection, and I looked out the window of the van. There was an 18-wheeler just barreling towards the intersection.
Her nightmare returned in a flash.
I got that same sick feeling that I had had in the premonitions. My heart started pounding. At that moment, I felt our driver's foot lift off the brake, and we started moving forward.
Becky screamed, and the driver swerved the vehicle. A second later, and everyone in the van would have been killed. But miraculously, they all walked away. In time, Becky realized her life had been spared for a reason.
It all happened so fast, but it was later that I put the pieces together. Sometime after the accident, I wrote down the title, I Believe There Are Angels Among Us, in my notebook.
Believe there are angels among us.
I started working on it, and I had a melody happening, and I had the first line of the chorus, and I had pretty much the sketch of the chorus. Sometimes when you're writing a song, you're rocking and you feel like you're on top of the world, and you feel like, yeah, I like this. This song was more like we were in awe of what was happening. We were humbled, and I felt very small when I was writing it. I felt like it was a gift, and that I was fortunate to just be one of the channels for the gift.
Someone lights the way with just a single ray of hope. Oh,
I believe there are angels among us.
When the members of Alabama heard Becky's song, they too were deeply moved. And today, Becky Hobbs looks back at her premonitions and near-fatal accident with a miraculous sense of purpose.
I do think that one of the reasons why I'm still here, so I could write the song Angels Among Us, because the song has given so many people so much, and has given me more than I ever dreamed anything could give me. It has just been truly a blessing in my life.
To teach us how to give.